Hola y bienvenidos a nuestra clase de español de hoy. Hello and welcome to our Spanish class today. Ahora vamos a hablar de las distintas clases de verbos que existen en español. Today we're going to talk about the various kinds of verbs which exist in Spanish. Eso es en forma infinitiva, that is in infinitive form. Vale, empecemos. En español hay tres clases de verbos en forma infinitiva, consisten de lo siguiente. Tenemos los verbos AR, los verbos ER y finalmente los verbos IR. So we'll begin. So we have three kinds of verbs which exist in Spanish in infinitive form. They consist of the following. AR verbs, ER verbs and IR verbs. Vamos a echar un vistazo a unos ejemplos de estos verbos y cómo podemos usarlo, o ejemplos de cómo se usan en español. Por ejemplo, para los verbos AR tenemos hablar, o tenemos, otro ejemplo, tenemos matar. De los verbos ER tenemos coser o mover. Y para los verbos IR tenemos los verbos vivir o tal vez escribir. Okay, so we're going to look at some examples now of these three different kinds of verbs in Spanish. So to begin with, for the AR verbs, we have a couple of examples here. We have the verb hablar, the H is silent, so hablar, which means to speak, or matar, which means to kill, matar. So notice here that they end with the AR suffix, terminan con el sufijo AR. For the ER verbs, we have the verb coser, which means to sew, or the verb mover, which means to move. Notice that in Spanish, the V is pronounced rather like a B. The V that we have in English, or that the sound rather, doesn't really exist in Spanish, or at least not in the same way. And we also have the IR verbs, so we have vivir, which means to live, and escribir, which means to write. And notice here that these end in the ER verbs, they end with the ER suffix, and the ones that are right here end in the IR suffix. So these are the three suffixes that we need to bear in mind. Entonces, puedes notar que los verbos ER terminan con el sufijo ER, ¿no? Y los verbos IR terminan en el sufijo IR. Bueno, eso es una introducción a los verbos y vamos a analizarlos en más profundidad en la siguiente clase. So that's an introduction to the different kinds of verbs, and we will analyze them in more depth in the next class.